in the catalog was a Teisco Del Rey guitar for $99. It was a black sunbursted guitar like the one over there, but it had a green middle. And I remember they still had to put tuning pegs on it, still had to make tuning pegs.
Yep.
Still had to put a nut on it, still had to inlay it, still had to fret it, still had to put a bridge on it, still had to put pots in it, still had to make pickups, still had to finish it, had to spray the sunburst on, make a case, all that stuff. And I thought to myself when I saw that green guitar, I went, why don't you just do each one better and charge more? I remember as a kid thinking that. It was just kind of nuts, right? And now when I see a green guitar or I see a Teisco Del Rey hanging on the wall, I think, well, that's how I got my start. Well, it's not really true, but at the time, if you made a green guitar, it was essentially a color indication of a piece of junk. But now, green guitars are really cool. And it all started with Jeff Jacobson coming to me, and we had this wood that was dyed green from laying on the floor of the forest. And he goes, I'm going to make an emerald green guitar. And I thought to myself, oh no. But we had just gotten, somebody had sent us a letter with a balloon in it. And he said, blow the balloon up, hold it to the light, and that's the color I want the guitar. So we blew the balloon up, tied it off, held it light. It was the most spectacular purple color you'd ever want to see. That was the first purple guitar. So then somebody gets the hot idea to get unfeng shui guitars. So what they did was they did this thing called Ariza Verde, which is matte Ariza with a blue top guitar and a brown back, which is just, guitars didn't come from that world. If you had a red sunburst, you put a red back on it. It was a black guitar, and everything matched. But the idea of having a brown back and a blue top, that was bad. And I thought, you can't do that. That's ugly. And we started shipping them, and Jim, I think you told me it was our best-selling model. And I went, it's beautiful. So that's true story. And there's all these things that we're doing, these fades. Can you hold the fade up over there?
Yeah.
So that's done with a rag. That's not done with a spray gun. People are slowly adding more and more dye as they go one direction, which is really hard to do. But things are shifting around, and got even this color will sell. What is this color called?
Absinthe. Absinthe.
Do you know what that is? Do you guys know what absinthe is? That's like gin on triple steroids.
It's illegal too.
Is it illegal?
Well, you can buy it, but you can't buy it in a liquor store. You have to order it online or
Well,
something.
you can buy drugs and you can't buy those in the store either, except now. Seriously? Absinthe is illegal.
What I hear it is, yeah.
Yeah, in the United States.
Yeah, not in Europe.
Yeah.
You can buy it. They have absinthe shops in Europe. You can just get wasted.
I had a rock star poison me once with an illegal drug. I swear to God, I had a hallucination. There were these people dressing in my room for a half an hour, and I was trying to throw them out. And when it all was over, it never happened. And I went downstairs. I said, "What'd they feed me last night?" And they go, "Are you okay, Paul?" I literally was fed something without knowing what it was. All right, so that's the story about the colors. The second thing I want to talk about is, Tina, did you bring a whole bunch of wood here for people to see?
Yes.
All right, so can you come here for a second? So what Tina and Paul and the private stock crew do is people come to our factory and they'll go through and they'll pick woods out and you design guitars with them, right? So can you tell everybody quickly how that goes if somebody is in the vault and how does it work?
Yeah, so basically you would come there with say
Can you grab a piece of wood and show them something they would pick out?